and he gets all the inside information. That's how he makes his money. The money really belongs to the Illuminists, and all he is a front man. Kissinger is the same thing. Zbigniew Brzezinski, the same thing. They call themselves Sherpas, guides, helpers, workers in the house of Satan. That's my addition. This is from Joe. Will the power players behind short sales in the market use GLD and SLV to create negative market sentiment? If they can, they will, yeah. And if so, will this negative sentiment cause physical metals positions to be drastically reduced in price, even though demand for physical is an all-time high? And the answer is no. They're not going to be able to get away with that. A new fund is being started by Sprott Asset Management in Canada.
Saw that.
Pardon me?
I saw that.
Yeah. And Sprott is a well-respected, non-Illuminous firm. So I expect a major amount of money to flow from GLD to Sprott. They won't be able to keep up with it, but they'll just keep on buying bullion with the money they receive in from the bullion probably that SLV has that they're selling. The problem is I don't know whether SLV has the gold they say they have, and I don't think so. So it could cause SLV into a force majeure where they couldn't deliver because they don't have it. They're naked short, believe me. The same with SLV.
Well, is Sprott going to be buying the gold, or are they going to be audited, or are they going to be the same as...
What Sprott will do is buy gold.
Mm-hmm.
They will buy physical gold. They will not buy derivatives or futures. And the reason why is they're pro-gold. I know the people. So they're going to attract a lot of gold buying that presently in GLD, where I don't think they have the gold. It's going to be it could bring about a major scandal in the gold market, which could send gold right through the roof. And Joe also says that SSRI, after a 6 months consolidation, is breaking out. And I'm glad to hear that. And it's in a reverse head and shoulders pattern as well, which he didn't mention. Although it hasn't been completed, he would have to, well, I can't see the numbers here. He would have to probably break out over, I don't know, I can't tell. The chart doesn't say. Next question from Mark. To the delicate and fragrant golden asphodel of the Elysian fields and her companion, enjoying an eternity of bliss on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And the Canadian listeners. And Melody says, keep up the great work. First question is 2. I know you said that gold could reach $1,600 or so by April of next year, but would you elaborate further? Well, there's not much to elaborate about. I'm looking for $1,550 to $1,650 by April, $2,500 or more by the end of the year. This coming year is going to be dreadful for the financial industry. I mean, you're going to see all kinds of losses appear. And financial stocks were the leader in the way up, so they're leading the way down. And so it's going to have a bad market, and that's good for gold. When do you expect the manipulation to weaken and break off in the case of dollar value? In the price of gold and silver, particularly the shares, I think we're at that juncture already. Maybe have another week of flattening out, and that should be it. And those events should be simultaneous. And I'll save the rest of it to after the break.
All right, and we did hear the notification. We'll be heading to a break here, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. And thank you for joining us this afternoon. You're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. I'm Melody Cedarstrom, and again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. If you would like a complimentary issue to the International Forecaster, give us a call at 1-800-375-4188. And Bob, would you like to tell us about the International Forecaster, please?
Forecast is about business, finance, economics, social and political issues all over the world. We publish by email on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Usually runs around 40 pages each time. We have a hard copy that goes out twice a month as well for those who are not on the Internet. If you'd like to visit our site, that address is theinternationalforecaster.com. theinternationalforecaster.com. If you'd like to send a message, question or something, you can email us at bob@intforecaster.com. That's bob@intforecaster.com.
1-800-375-4188 for your complimentary issue, and of course your gold and silver coins here at Discount Gold and Silver. Give us a call at 800-375-4188.
Okay, to finish off Mark and Caroline's questions, and this is about the stock and comments on Capella and Remstar. I am not recommending them at this time. Capella is drilling, and we have to find out if they're going to find something that'll make a mine. Remstar is doing nothing. Helex was the only one of the few stocks that was up today. Closed at 63. They just come out with phenomenal samples. One was 0.8, and the other were all over 1 ounce. And there's more coming out after the first of the year, and I understand they're even considerably better. As far as the general stocks are concerned, they did very well, actually, with gold down as much as it was. The most volatile stock of the group, Agnico Eagle, was off a little over 2%, down 133. Goldcorp was down $1, which is 2.45%. And Mindfinders was off 15 cents, which is 1.41%. And SSRI was off 0.92% off 21. So they're doing well. And the reason I mention those is that it's a reflection on the market. The people professionally who buy the shares are much more sophisticated than the bullion market. Next question. This is from Leroy. Short and long contracts deal with commodities. How it affects the prices? Well, it affects the prices directly because when you're long, you buy and you hope it goes up. When you're short, you sell and you hope it goes down. And when you see the figures we release, it'll say net. That means you deduct either the longs from the shorts or the shorts from the longs to come out with a final figure. Because commercials very often will be long and short at the same time. I can't explain how that works. It's too complicated. But the net figure is what you want to see. These are the actual commodity prices. He says, tie it together with the futures prices of commodities, which that's what they are. And I've answered, I think, the rest of his question. I think after the first of the year, the selling that we've seen in bullion and the shares will be over, maybe even much sooner. In fact, it probably will be next week. And it'll give people a good time to buy both coins and shares. And the last question I have here is from Larry.
Oh.
Do you have that one?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to do mine, so go ahead. I'll just delete
Bank
mine.
closings have been addressed in the past and as recent as earlier this week. Would you provide comments on the lab virus article below? Well, I haven't seen it. I just got it. Did you look at the lab virus article?
Oh, it was, banks are failing in January. I just glanced at it. It was difficult to read.
That's the same group of people doing the same thing as they did before, and they've been wrong every time. There's 3 or 4 analysts out there, or they think they're analysts, who have been wrong all the time. I mean, it's just like when I said there could conceivably be a bank holiday as a beta test. I said this at the beginning of May.